Hi, Canada. I wanted to address a few things. I made a video a couple days ago, but I had to delete it like an hour later because I made a mistake and I didn't want it to be construed as I was giving false information. So, the topic that I brought up the other day was the fact that the RIC Staff Alliance has brought forth a petition. And what this petition basically is, it's a personal petition to Max Bernier. And it's to have, it's for him to try and have a test run basically of the RIC referendum initiated by citizens. And if it's successful, he will use it for recall legislation. Now, the recall legislation can help us repeal any of these bullshit laws like the UN Migration Pact, carbon tax, Bill C-73, all these things. And the recall legislation itself is triggered through the RIC process, so you can see the benefits of this. Now, the petition itself is through change.org. There's a lot of people saying that this was owned by George Soros. I've tried to do a little bit of research in this. From what I could tell, it's not, but even if it was, it's not like we lose anything from this petition. Also, there's people claiming that it's because it's to support Max Bernier that they won't support it. This is also false. It's not to support Max Bernier. It's to get him to use the RIC process as part of his political platform to get recall legislation, which again is very useful to us because we have a lot of bullshit laws that have passed lately that we need to get rid of. We've been a little discouraged, well, myself anyway, because the amount of signatures were lacking still. But today was uplifting. I was at the rally and we had lots of support, people honking and everything, and it lifted my spirits a lot, the support we have. There's still so many people that don't know what the RIC is. I'm still meeting them at my own personal rallies in town. A big problem of this, well, the reason for this is certain administrators to provincial pages are not allowing any posts about the RIC through their pages. They want to keep this in the political paradigm. A lot of them are related to one political platform or another. I know either the Alberta Separatist Party or PPC, Veterans Coalition Party, many different political ties to all these admins that are refusing to let this petition go. And far and above that, what really pisses me off is the CRIC staff refuses to post this petition as well. So I'm going to call them out personally as fucking hypocrites because they'll happily support the CPU, which is bullshit and socialism, but they won't support a petition for the RIC, which is the very concept that they say that they stand for. I just had Brenda Day, one of the admins to those pages, tell me that it's not in line with their mission. So I don't even know why the fuck their name is CRIC, Canadian Referendum Initiated by Citizens. The RIC is kind of what you say you stand for, don't you fucking think? Anyway, I'm sick of these hypocrites that claim to be patriots, claim to be fighting for something and they're not. There's a lot of admins to these provincial pages, the Yellow Vest provincial pages, and like I said, have ties to political parties. They're censoring us. They have been since day one. It's getting frustrating to say the least. They're hypocrites. They say that they're out there fighting for free speech, yet behind closed doors they're censoring us at every turn. They won't even allow us to post this petition. This is the only thing I've seen that can exact any real change. Johnny Freedom, I can show you the paperwork that says the CPU is socialism in their own words. I've offered, what's her name, Nicole. I've offered to have a debate with her about the legitimacy of the CPU, and so far it's fallen on deaf ears. She refuses. Also, how are you going to use corrupt lawyers in a corrupt court to ask a corrupt government for your fucking rights back? I just don't see it happening. It's all Admiralty law bullshit. good luck if you feel that that's going to work for you. Anyway. Yeah, we've tried to have unity with Nicole on the CPU since this started. She doesn't seem to be interested. She's self-serving. She keeps asking for money. So if you want to pay, go ahead. She ain't getting $1 from me. Anyway, back to my original subject. The provincial administrators, who I feel are hypocrites because they say that they're wearing a yellow vest to fight for free speech and for our rights, yet we present something that will give us our rights back, and they're censoring it. They will not allow this petition to go through. They are deciding for the thousands of members in their groups what solutions are acceptable and what aren't, which is bullshit because they don't even have a solution. The only thing I see happening throughout the Yellow Vest pages is bickering about what political leader to vote for. So I don't see how that's helping you guys. They're all corrupt. Stephen Harper was progressive conservative, has sold us out to Agenda 21 and trade partnership agreements. Liberals are continuing the same agenda. The next government will too. I don't trust any politicians. They're all corrupt as fuck. Yeah, and I'm frustrated. I'm ready to start calling these people out by names. I named a couple already. There's more to come. Unless they, I don't know, put their money where their mouth is. They say they want unity. Let's start acting like it. The RIC is a viable solution. And it's being fucking railroaded. It's bullshit. This petition is important. We need 25,000 signatures. By the way, I will post a petition in the comments when this video is done. We need 25,000 signatures by Monday. It can be achieved. I know it can be done. Like I said, by my estimates, there's got to be 200,000 Yellow Vest people in Canada, and there's more than that are supporting us that just can't make it out or can't claim to be Yellow Vest because their job's at risk or some other bullshit. We have the numbers. 25,000 shouldn't be that hard, but we have people downright discrediting this petition because it's coming from Max Bernier or other reasons, which is all bullshit. Like, this is just to get us to bring the RIC forth. And imagine if we do get Maxime Bernier to start speaking about the RIC. Do you know how powerful that would be? It would save us months of groundwork, being on the ground, talking to people, raising awareness. Like, I've already been to every rally since December 15th. I spend every Saturday devoting my spare time, and well, fuck that, I spend almost every spare minute I have trying to wake people up to the problems that's going on. If we don't address these problems and fix things with our corrupt government, our children's fucking future are going to be shit. Like, we're heading towards UN, one world government, globalization bullshit. Globalization is ultimately just communism, fucking global communism rebranded. No freedom, no right to self-determination, no nothing. It's just one world government deciding every aspect of your life. I don't want this future for my sons. Or my children, sorry. It's not why I joined this movement. I didn't join this movement to bitch about politicians and political bullshit. I changed this movement because I wanted actual change. I changed this movement because my children's future depends on it. And I certainly didn't join this movement to make friends. So, like, we've tried to play nice for the sake of unity. Personally, I've held like 90% of my punches. I have like a whole dossier of all these people that have been censoring us since day one. All the information, all the times that, yeah, we've had a gag order put on us or we've been called names and shit. We're not going away. We're going to be the little annoying thorn in the Yellow Vest side, reminding you guys, hey, we're what this whole movement is supposed to be in the first place. You guys are fucking it up. Like, didn't the convoy teach us that? How it was hijacked and made political? The people weren't allowed to speak. Have we not learned from it? The RIC is one of the only viable solutions that can affect real change. That's why the media censors it. Out of all the countries that are advocating for the RIC, Australia, Ireland, Belgium, Holland, Switzerland, France, Canada. Out of all these countries, the major media hasn't mentioned it once. It's because they're afraid of it. I hope we get 25,000 signatures. I can hope. I can be an optimist. That's why I hope this video gets shared, because it is important. Like, just think of recall legislation itself. Like, think of all the bullshit laws that we've had that we can use this against to start taking our freedoms and our rights back. No, this is about the RIC, which is direct democracy, Johnny. CPU is hidden socialism within their own wording. That's what I was talking about. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, we're going to be that annoying little thorn in your side. We're not going to give up. We're not going anywhere. We're actual patriots that care about a country and our children's future. And you're not going to silence us. You're not going to censor us. You're not going to get us to go away. We're going to be here, and people will start aligning with us because we speak from the heart. We speak love and truth, and you can't stop truth, love, and consciousness from spreading. You just can't. You can't combat it with bullshit. I don't know. So yeah, these administrators to these pages that are blocking this petition from being posted and potential of thousands of signatures, I don't get what your problem is. You say you want unity, prove it. Like, you say you want change, prove it. This is a chance at that. And you're blocking it from being put through. I don't understand. Yeah, I know some people that support the CPU too. They don't really understand the full implications of it, I guess. I know that personally they're not socialists, of course, because only really idiots are. Idiots and brainwashed college students. Yeah, no problem, Jesse. I'm done playing nice. I say we'll give it to Monday, though. Maybe some of these admins will change their mind, hopefully, and post this petition. As far as I'm concerned, if they don't, they're hypocrites, because this is an opportunity to give us any actual change, and they're blocking it. But yeah, on a lighter note, I had a good day. Went out to the protest again, and lots of support, lots of honks. I like to see that, and it makes me feel good. Especially the last couple days have been having me down and out a little bit. Work has been rough and long days, and then I spend all my extra moments trying to push this petition to have it blocked at every corner. So yeah. Well, I don't think socialists are the smartest group of people, considering they advocate for a government system that's responsible for, what, 200 million deaths globally? So yeah, not the brightest folk. I'm sorry, I stand by that statement. Not once in history has socialism worked. Like, look at Venezuela. They're eating rats. They are actually eating rats. They get numbers for food rations, like a few hundred calories a day, whatever the bare minimum. I'm going to be posting the link to the petition afterwards. I think I touched on the important subjects. Again, I want to apologize for the video the other day that I deleted. It was basically all the same topics, but I made a slight mistake that I wanted to address. And yeah, okay, so another subject I want to address is the Yellow Vest movement itself. Like I said, we're not going anywhere. We can't allow the Yellow Vest movement, the heart of it, to get corrupted, or for this movement to die out, not just for us, but for the other countries involved. Like, I know Ireland and England are dealing with similar problems as far as the media calling them racists and everything else. I take that as an insult, Johnny. I'm not Rudy, but thanks. Anyway, they're facing the same problems we are with the media calling them racist and all the bullshit, all the backlash, divide. And I feel like if we give up the yellow vest movement here, it's going to start a chain reaction where other countries fall too. So we have to keep this movement alive. We have to just persevere, and we have to keep on going. We want unity, but we seem to be the only ones actually trying for it. Because we have reached out to Nicole as CPO, and we have reached out to all these administrators, and they're the ones that are censoring us and fucking blackballing us. They're the ones behind the hijacking of the convoy for political purposes. So yeah, it sucks to watch this movement turn to shit, or look like it is, but I'm trying to be an optimist, and we're going to fix it. We can't let it die because of the other countries involved. This is the first in history where this is a global movement. And yeah, we're not going anywhere. We still want unity. So that being said, I would like not to have to call out all these people as hypocrites. I would rather they work with us. But there's only so much we can take, and time will tell, I guess. We have till Monday to get this petition signed. And I just wanted to make this video as like a final plea to humanity, to civilized society, to help us get this done. Recall legislation, like it speaks for itself. We can recall bullshit laws. Canada has a lot of them. Let's do it. Even socialists what, Johnny Freedom? What do you mean? What's your question? Socialists will get a vote through the RIC too. Maybe you'll win, because apparently I read a study earlier that American millennials are 42% in favor of socialism. So maybe you'll win. That would suck, because you can vote your way into socialism, but you have to shoot your way out. Okay. What I said about socialists is anybody that advocates for a government system that is responsible for the deaths of 200 million plus people globally, I don't know. I can't comprehend their thought process. So in my view, they're not the smartest people, yes. I don't know. Do you want to rebut that? Do you want to give me a country where socialism has worked fine and dandy and they, you know what I mean? Give me an example. Maybe I'm wrong. Answers to what? What is your question? Do I think socialists are stupid? Is that your question? Johnny, I can't give you an answer unless you give me a proper question. Boy, I don't see how food stamps are a very good thing. Like I said, Venezuela are given rations by the calorie, which isn't enough for daily consumption. They're eating rats and shit. So, yeah, I don't think that's a very good thing either. And socialism's always presented like as a good thing from the bottom up. Oh, it'll work this time. It's a good idea, and it looks good on paper. But it's never worked throughout history. I'm sorry, it just hasn't. Can you provide me a country that has? Like, prove me wrong? Oh, I don't know why they do. It was just a study I heard, and it was in America. American millennials, apparently 42% of them support socialism. I don't know why, because they're brainwashed, comfortably numb, indoctrinated people. And how am I brainwashed? So you guys are on my feed advocating for socialism? Like, I don't understand. Can you, okay, just provide me one country where it's worked then. Anyway, this is eating up my live feed. I didn't really want it to go to this this route, but whatever. Yeah, it does seem to be happening a lot in universities. It's cultural Marxism being taught to our university students. This is what parents are paying for, to have their kids fucking manipulated into socialist, Marxist, communist. Yeah, it's all about destroying Western culture, really. But anyway, I didn't intend this feed to be about socialism. I wanted to address this petition. Please get it signed. I can't see why anybody would think recall legislation is a bad thing. To have the ability to say, no, we don't want this bullshit law, let's have a referendum about it and squash it, how is that bad? How is that a bad thing? Okay, again, I will state it like this. Anybody who advocates for a government system that is responsible for the death of 200 plus million people globally is not the smartest person. Okay, that's how I'll say it. That is my statement. You can take that, post it wherever you want, you can twist it or whatever. Fucking do what you want with it. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Yeah, okay, so I'll even apologize for calling somebody stupid, but don't get me wrong, there's plenty of stupid people on this planet, and I'm sure a lot of them are socialists, so I'll go that far too. However, I'm sure there's some intelligent socialists too. Now, why they do what they do, I don't understand, but I'm sure there's some of them with intelligence. I hope that makes you a little happy, Johnny, but that's the best you'll get from me. You're welcome to change my mind, bring forth a country where socialism has worked, and yeah, enlighten me. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this video. Thanks for listening and let me rant. Please share it to the admins because I'd like these issues addressed, and I will post the petition in the comments right afterwards. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Bye.